A big welcome to any new followers, and hello of course to everyone who's been enjoying our videos for a while. For those that are new or don't know, we're currently hunkered down in the south of England, living on a friend's boat while we give Narrowboat Perseverance a very overdue makeover. We're releasing videos as often as we can and have lots of footage waiting to be edited. We're alternating between making cruising videos from the end of our trip last year and Narrowboat renovation videos from this winter. Honestly, it's been a joy to edit the videos of our adventures on the Grey 2s in the sunshine as we slowly chip away at all the boat jobs in the freezing cold. In this video, we're continuing to work on the bathroom. We've already removed the basin, towel warmer and flooring, and our separator toilet is safely stowed away. Our current plan is to retile the shower surround above the bath, but first we need to remove all of the old adhesive that was used to stick the tiles to the wooden walls.
We've done the radiator removal, we've done the kind of plumbing stuff to get out of the way. We've picked up a bunch of different supplies. We've gotten rid of a bunch of garbage. That's actually taken up like a day and a half. So now we're on to getting back and attacking, getting this stuff off the walls, so we can prepare to get the tiles in, which will require getting the plumbing in place first. So yeah, basically I just need to get those walls flat. So I need to get rid of all of that existing, probably trade cement, possibly no more nails. We don't really know.
The other thing that we are wondering is should we replace the bath?
Yeah.
Still undecided.
See this? This is really tough, like hard going, right? But it sort of works for some of the small ones. But see, doing it by hand is a real pain. So that's where this comes in useful. See, if you get them in the right way, they'll
just come straight up.
Yeah, they'll just go right away, which is great. But unfortunately, that's pretty rare.
How's it going?
What?
Oh, look at that wall!
What?
How's it going?
What?
Look at that beautiful wall though.
Yeah.
You did well.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that mess.
Yeah. It's taken a while, but I don't know how long I've been going.
45 minutes.
45 minutes. But yeah, that one's finished.
Just the wall of doom to do.
No.
Oh, and
The Arch of Hell is next.
Things have escalated and we're now taking the arch surround off carefully because we don't want to snap it.
Just taking the molding off the inside of our weird Turkish arch thing, which it turns out was a good idea because, well, I thought it would be a good idea because I was running into, I can't clean up the tile adhesive on the inside, but now I'm like, ooh, it's actually a really good idea because we can put more than nails in it and actually adhere it down, you know, and put silicone in there. And also, it will make it much easier to refinish these and also do the walls, including if we wanted to, you know, put a tile edging in up there. But the nice thing is we'll be able to tile right up to the inside, mark the tile, and then cut the tile. So now we've got our template is automatically here. We don't need to try and do it, you know, anywhere else. Bit stressful because, you know, these are, well, they are oak. They're actual hardwood. So they weren't going to break too easily.
But if they had broken.
But if they had broken, they'd be really hard and somewhat expensive to replace. So this is This is good to have it like this. We're still debating about the tub because our tub definitely has some scratches in it, some of which I've caused recently, some of which I think were probably when the tile fell, and the rest is, you know, pre-existing scuffs and stuff. I think we might try because it's sort of the cheapest, quickest option would be to try a tub resurfacing kit. Because it's fiberglass, it's got a fair amount of flex in it, so I'm not sure how well the tub resurfacing kit will work. And they're pretty noxious, but the idea is that you put kind of an acid down and it etches it. And then you apply what is really just a gel coat. And in theory, it gets you a nice white tub again, filling in all the cracks and stuff. And I think they're like 35 or 40 pounds or something. Or we'd need to find the same model, which I think is impossible at this point. I can't find anything like it. Or we'd have to start getting into carpentry again, because the only drop-in place tubs I found were much longer, and the ones Joe found, there was one that actually is the right size-ish, except for it's a little bit too wide. So I think maybe the gel coat is the simple, straightforward first thing to try. But
and so yeah, here's the finished arch,
which they never finished.
just MDF.
Yeah. Which, that's where, like, no silicone, no nothing. So the fact that this has not got
blown,
water damage,
like that could have blown,
because it doesn't even have varnish on it.
Yeah.
So the only thing that's kept it from blowing
is
this tiny little bit of varnish, right? That tiny little raised ridge of varnish, and on this side the tiles. And yeah, there was silicone on the tile side, but still, we're just kind of lucky that this isn't rotted out, and it is down there. Yes, it's done. All of the schmutz is off the wall, and most of it's off the floor, although I just stepped on a pry bar that shouldn't be under my foot. And then I went to take a look at trying to get this beam out, because that beam was behind our tap, and it was the, there was sort of a tile going up, and behind it, it kind of was the backsplash portion. It has significant wood rot, and the screws in it are stripped out. They're basically just rust, so I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to remove it. I also discovered that our tub has no actual support in the front, and I'm a bit worried about the amount of water damage back there. On the good side, I think we can now remove the tub. 685, right? Yeah. I wish there was a replacement for this that we could just find, but they don't manufacture it anymore. Whoever manufactured it, normally there'd be a manufacturer's name or something on there, but somebody just carved a whole bunch of insulation off the back to make it fit. So whatever was on there is gone.
Michael is currently... Whoa, do you see the spark?
Yeah.
Michael is currently very miserable getting these screws out. These rusted up stripped screws.
I mean, I could just pry them off, but that'll take the screw out of the plywood here.
Yeah.
And I felt around at the back. They go all the way through the plywood, so I don't want to do that.
Woohoo!
So yeah, that's one of them. Yeah, see that slips too much, so maybe this guy. Turn it down so it's not... I can start clicking if it makes any... Okay, so that's actually got some purchase. Okay, so we're ready to rough in our deep concrete tub. Which is what's going to happen now. I'm joking. I don't know. I hate it yet.
But that bit of wood's out.
This bit of wood is out. The tub is now free. The whole reason for doing this was to try and... We want to produce a level platform down there so that we can take the wall up higher and have a more vertical wall. And that will allow us space to put in faucets that come through the wall instead of come through the bottom of the tub. We don't really want a deck mount faucet anymore, or a standard tub filler. In fact, we don't even really want a tub. We never use it as a tub. You can't realistically use a tub on a narrowboat. There's not enough water, so unless you tie up to the water point and fill the thing up, what it really is a shower basin with a seat in it. So it works, but if we have to take it out, I wouldn't exactly complain if we had something to replace it with. The problem is no one manufactures either a standard shower pan or shower, what do they call them here? Shower tray?
Mm-hmm.
Right. No one manufactures a standard shower pan or shower tray that is this dimensions. They're always either longer or wider. Same thing with tubs. There are no tubs available. The closest we can find is one that's at least a good 3 centimeters wider, and it's a steel tub with a rolled edge. We couldn't cut it down. It's not like it's an acrylic like this one. But we have this box. And on the base of this box is a floor. And if we put down a piece of marine ply on the floor, and we put a vertical wall in here with plumbing coming through it, and we coated everything with the waterproofing stuff, and then we tiled it, we'd have to put a drain and everything, and there'd have to be concrete on the bottom to make the drain, etc., etc., etc. But we could have a really nice shower basin.
On that note, it's time to call it a night. It's the next day now, and we've still got so many unanswered questions. We've reached a point where we realise that we can't really keep the existing bath. Fresh new tiles on the shower surround will look great, but they're going to make the 16-year-old bathtub look really grotty. The trouble is, we can't find a like-for-like replacement, and we don't know what to do. So we've got no choice but to plough on, trying to figure it out while deconstructing far more of our existing bathroom than we were expecting to. We've realised that if we need to install a new bath or even a shower tray, it's going to have a wider footprint than the original bath, so we need to get this arch wall out. And it turns out that that's going to be easier said than done. We've taken the sliding bathroom door off, and here Michael's looking for the screw heads of the screws that go through that wall into the arch wall. This is like doing a really complicated jigsaw puzzle in reverse with no instructions, and possibly not even a solution. We disconnected the bath traps a few days ago, but to enable us to remove the bath, we need to first remove the waste pipe. Andrew volunteers to contort himself into the awkward position to get that done.
Well, doesn't it just go between the overflow and the other?
With the bath now partially out of the way, we can look for more clues as to how to get this arch wall out.
Hang on, if you take the tub out, can't you?
So things have escalated somewhat in the bathroom. Still not sure what to do about the bath, whether we keep it, replace it, put in a shower tray, or put in some kind of wet room flooring in there. But either way, the bath should probably come out. This wall behind us is coming out, which meant the sliding door came off. And yeah, still trying to get this wall out, and that's where we are at the moment.
With the bath sitting on its end. And it turns out we never even had a bath. We had a bath skin with styrofoam attached to it.
No wonder we couldn't find the replacement.
And no wonder it wobbled so much. Okay, so I've got a problem screw.
Remember that wooden wall that Michael diligently cleared of adhesive? Well, we've realised that that needs to come out now, as the arch wall seems to be sandwiched between that piece of wood and the tongue and groove on the other side. We just need to locate all the screws. Easier said than done after a decade and a half in a damp bathroom. We decide to take the bottom half of the wall out first. Apologies for the terrible shots of the back of our heads. We've realised that the more stressed and frustrated we get, the less we film. Honestly, things are starting to feel a little out of control at this point, and we wonder if we should continue, or just put everything back and keep the old scuff bath.
Alright, there's nothing on that side holding it. something on that side holding it.
That's it. Things keep escalating. If we want to get that sidewall out, we'll need to take the ceiling panel down.
Alright, I got a nail there, a couple nails back there, and there'll be one up here somewhere that I'm just not getting. Okay, alright, I got it.
Oh, coming out. We'll push it back. Because now we can see why it wouldn't come out.
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
That's our roof, which we should mark.
Yeah, go and do that now.
Yeah.
And now we can see why this end wall wasn't coming out, because at the top there's the batten, the roof batten, and more screws. So yeah, one reason to take this wall out is to get a wider bath in, but also because it's just MDF. Like you can see at the end, it's just MDF. It's a miracle that, you know, a shower wall made of MDF hasn't blown. Yeah, it's a good idea to change it with something a bit more resistant to water. This piece really doesn't want to come out, and the wood has probably expanded a bit in the damp, making it an even tighter fit. Hey! We've now exposed the spray foam insulation on the steel hull and some of the wiring. Our boat is rapidly turning from a home into a building site. So we're still deconstructing the bathroom further than we were intending to. I've just edited our first video where we did the walkthrough, and we say, yeah, we like the bath, we're keeping the bath, there's nothing wrong with the bath. And this morning we've ordered a new bath. So yeah, things are progressing in there. We need to do a tip run to get rid of all the old tiles, but we thought there's no point doing 2 tip runs, so we're just going to take these tiles off the kitchen wall. And the other reason for doing that is because when Michael was removing the tiles in the bathroom, that wall, the back of the shower, backs onto this wall, and some of the grout was popping out. So I don't want us to fit new tiles in the bathroom before we take these out, in case when we take these out we start knocking off the new bathroom tiles. So that's going to be hopefully a not too long job for this afternoon. So probably shouldn't go too close up on these tiles or do too good a lighting, because you'll see how dirty they are. This is the behind the cooker. You can see the grout has started to fill, so they need to come out. But also, I'm not sure if I would have chosen these tiles in the first place. Like they're fine, and if I had chosen them, I'm not sure I'd have put them up with the 2 blue next to each other, because ever since we've lived aboard this boat, that has bothered me. So I'll be glad to see them go.
Okay, whatever we do, don't turn on any of the gas. So we got one cracked one there.
That popped out when you were doing the bathroom.
Yeah. So that's going to be our starting position. So luckily the first one came out with.
It's more just of the.
Yeah. There we go.
3 for the price of 1.
3 for the price of 1. I probably should have eye protection.
Eye protection.
Yeah.
Do you want a hammer as well?
Let's try and avoid the hammer for now.
We're sorting the tiles that are going to the tip.
Well, these ones might be recyclable. If they survive, somebody could actually...
Who's going to want second-hand tiles?
Luke, I am your father. Mother's uncle's cousin's former roommate.
Me and George had just got back to the park, and the last thing Michael said was, "It'll just take me 10 minutes," and we've been kind of good.
Half hour or so?
No, nearly an hour.
Nearly an hour. I'm still going. It's the same problem I ran into on the other wall. Wherever there's been moisture damage, it's like the adhesive has just stuck harder. So on the places where the wall was dry, the adhesive popped off completely and just went with the tile, and there was only a tiny fragment left. In the places where it was water damage, the adhesive is stuck on real good.
So you're just using
One might say like glue.
You're just using the multi-tool with the scraper tool.
Yeah, just the scraper bit.
Oh, you're doing well. Keep going.
Yeah. I've really only got these, like this couple of square feet left, but the majority of it's gone and we'll come up with a sander.